Hi there.
We're back, and we're still discussing the 5 love languages, and now we're going to discuss quality time.
Okay.
And so, since this is something that's really important to you, I think that I want you to talk a little bit about why quality time is so important with the family.
Okay. So I think all of us have this love languages to a certain percent, and I know mine's pretty high. Yours is pretty high,
Right.
and Jess, she's a teenager, so
It's not as high for her. It's probably more important to her than she realizes.
yeah,
When we have that quality time together, she loves it. But
yeah,
as a teenager, she's seeking, her own independence right now, and time away from the parents is also bliss.
yes. So I'll say that, like for you and I, quality time is even more important because we just don't get a lot of time together.
Right.
So I appreciate when we sit out on the back porch and have coffee or tea and we get a
Right.
chance to just chat. I really appreciate going for a walk with you.
We have to spell it in front of the dogs.
They're not here, so I can say it. Yeah, I like going for a walk with you. It's 30 minutes,
Right.
and we talk the whole time, and we both share what our day is. And frankly, it's a time for me to just kind of vent if I have any frustrations or to problem solve. And I
And
mean, not necessarily, but
that's good for me to know. I didn't realize that you looked at it that way. So
oh yeah,
I'll
I
make
love our
more.
time together around the block.
I'll make more of an effort to set that time aside at the end of my day for our walks.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That means a lot to me. And so then, like last night, I made us all play a game,
Right.
which I
It's a silly game.
sometimes do. Make
Yeah.
us all sit down at the table and have dinner, and make us, have movie night. And not that I have to make you guys, but
Right.
I'm the one who actually puts forward the intention for it.
Right.
Right. So we played charades last night. We all had a chance to be a little silly and goofy, and it was fun. And I think it was important because we've been kind of at odds, and I think that her love tank is empty, and I think
Sure.
that mine is probably as well in regard to her. So I'm working on, just being really kind and loving to her, and just surrounding her with light, and changing my heart so that she can change hers.
Yeah. And when I was growing up, because my parents were divorced, quality time with my father was very important to me. And so I took on things that I knew that he liked to do, such as learning to play golf, just so that I could spend time with him because that was something he was going to do every Sunday morning for himself, and I'm glad he did. It was his time away because he really worked hard in his life.
Yeah.
So having that quality time with he and his friends, or playing cards, or going to play putt putt, or all the different things that that he liked to do, it was important to spend that time with him. And so conversely, I try to do that with my daughter. I don't want to always just be the dad that's telling her, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that, and get up your grades and all this stuff. Is I want her to be able to look fondly back on our time together, and know that we had fun together, and that I cared about making sure that she had fun on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's true. And that's nice that you guys go out and go grocery shopping together or run into town and stuff
Because
like
that's
that.
quality time. Just even if we go grocery shopping together,
Yeah,
it's quality time.
right. So, what are some ways, if quality time is somebody's love language in the house, what are some ways that you can make that happen? Is it a ritual, like we greet each other in the morning, we make sure to say hello, but spending that 20 or 30 minutes at a time and just being able to be with each other is important. So, what I appreciate is that when we are together, that you're not on your device and I'm not on mine.
Right.
I think I always comment when we go to a restaurant and we see people eating together at a table and
everybody's on a device.
and they're turned away and they're
Right.
not connecting.
It's something that we make a point of is when we're out to dinner together, and we're talking to each other and nobody's on their device.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing is if Pratima comes to the room and she wants to talk to me, I can turn off the TV. And turning off the TV or pausing the TV is different than it in
Than it used to
2022
be.
than it was in 1972 or 1982 because you were going to miss something, you know? And that's not true anymore. You can just pause and give your full attention to your partner, and it shows that I love and respect you
Yeah.
when I do that.
I appreciate that.
One of the things, you know, like I said in the intro video, that Pratima encourages us all to do is to have dinner together, and I think that's a very important quality time that we can do as families because that's where our daughter, we really don't get that much of a chance to talk at the dinner table. It's primarily our daughter talking, but she is sharing about her day, and I would much rather her be speaking to us and telling us as many things as she wants to tell us instead of not talking to us. That's a very different problem to deal with. But that quality time together, it's important.
Yeah. It helps us create bonding in our
Right.
family, which is something that we're still,
Working
I'm
on.
still creating. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm still working on it. And it's, you know, it's not easy. And if your love tank is empty and has been for a long time, it's not going to happen, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. And so I'm just open. I think I'm open to receive now. And I think for a long time, I hadn't been, and it still feels scary. I'm still scared. Yeah.
But with each of these love languages, the more that you practice it and the more that you commit to it to each other, the more that your love language starts to build. And you know, one of the things that another topic that we're going to get into, and after we finish the 5 love languages, is we're going to talk about forgiveness. And sometimes you're going to have to forgive the other person. And I mean really forgive, and I mean really let go of all that things.
Right.
Those things. And I'm going to conduct an exercise where I will walk you through how to do that so that you can really emotionally forgive another person, which is very different than the words.
Yeah.
And that may be a critical point of what you need to do in order to be able to receive.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point. And I think that I probably need to do that.
Sure.
So
Definitely.
maybe we can do that later after this.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's it.
I think that's it. Like and subscribe. Thank you.